You guys ready for the big sale? It's gonna be huge, a huge money making opportunity, my guys. I got the cat. She's here. Of course, doesn't want to be on screen again. She's just hiding about, but she's around. Got already a couple people here. That's pretty sick. Make sure you smash that like button, my guys. If you're here, you're here. We got Garfield behind me. Can't see him, but that's famous singer Billy Crystal behind me. Same stuff as yesterday. If you saw yesterday's stream, nothing too new going on. Cat might pop in. Oh, we're down to one. Someone already left. They had enough of the nonsense. Let's see if I can get the cat here real quick. Come here. Oh, don't even start hissing. I know you're in protect mode. Baby Blu-ray is here. She's here and ready for the big sale. Got one person. We got one like. We do have a like. That's pretty good. No comments yet. Let me pop that up. Make sure. We'll put up live chat. Live chat wasn't popping up for me, so doesn't look like anyone said anything yet. So that's all right. We're gonna be streaming probably until about 11:30. Just kind of waiting for more people to roll in. This was a last-minute decision. I was not gonna do a stream today, but here we are. You know, I figured why not? You know, we'll do a pre-game sale. You know, a lot of people are going to be live streaming, you know, the actual sale once it starts, going through, giving you the recommendations. You know, but I figured, you know what? Let's get in on it early. We'll do something before, and then we'll let these other guys, you know, fight around for the actual big live stream event. Oh my God, you are being rude. What is your issue down there? I don't know if anyone could hear that. The cat was just grumbling up a storm. Sometimes things are just rude, even things you love. I don't know what you're so upset about there, baby Blu-ray. You're surrounded by wealth. What's not to love? Okay, just go. Just go. I don't want to deal with you if you're going to be rude. I know you want the chair, but I'm in the chair. Cat just left. She is mad because I'm in her chair. You know, can't share the chair, so it's always a fight. Who's going to get the sick rocking chair? And I want it right now. Not much. How are you doing, my guy? You excited for the big sale? You got some big investment opportunities coming up? Like I said, we're getting in on this stream early. I'm going to have my phone on the side here. I got to lower the volume just in case someone tries to contact me. You know, I'm kind of a big deal around here. Let me get in on that. I don't know if anyone else is streaming right now or not. You have 10 tabs open and ready. That's probably a smart move. Are you planning on like using 10 different accounts to place like, you know, like 10 orders at the same time so you can like get past that ridiculous like 2 item per like limit that they've got for this slipcover stuff? Because that's honestly insane. I even read on their FAQ that they've got like some that are going to be limited to 1 copy per customer, which I was just, when I saw that, I was just floored. I was just like, you know, that's just a slap in the face to real collectors. Obviously don't have our best interests in heart. Let me adjust this a little bit. We'll get a slightly better. It doesn't really matter. It's mostly the same angle no matter how we play it, but you know, we'll move it a little bit. Sorry, I keep bumping it. I've got kind of the iPad sitting on the tripod and it's right by my leg. You don't see too many investment opportunities? I don't know. There's a lot of investment opportunities coming up. Again, once Navy Seals comes out, that's released tonight. It's gonna sell out, and then you're just gonna be waking up in the morning going, man, I really should have ordered 2 copies of that. What was I thinking? She's running around. She is around. She does not want to be on camera. It's always a hassle to try and get her involved. You'd think she would want to be involved, but she's just so determined to protect that sick physical media collection that she just feels like it's 24/7 protection. 10% coddling. I don't understand it. It's like you can do both at the same time. Just keep your head turned. She's taking a bath right now, not even doing a good job protecting the collection. Someone could just wander in and probably take a movie right now. Probably not. She'll probably just turn on a dime, but still, it just looks that way. I don't know if that's her plot or what's going on. But that Navy SEAL set, like I said, that's going to go fast. There's still a lot of older, limited edition stuff in stock. So it's definitely a good time to stock up when it's 50% off. I know the Navy SEAL set will not be 50% off, but you don't want to miss out. Oh, literally, my man, I'm just going in, I'm clicking that limited edition, because they've got that tab, limited editions still in stock, and everything 50% off, and all the new stuff I'm adding, so it's going to be a lot more than 3 items in my cart. I had like a cart ready, but I know that they've cleaned it out, and my wish list I had set up where I had all the limited editions that were in stock, that's also gone. I don't know if that's going to reappear when the sale starts. So I'm hopeful that I'll be able to kind of, deep dive into that. Because I had it all set up so I could just kind of go boop, 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 but they kind of screwed me over on that. So yeah. Well, that's the way to do it. I guess I haven't really thought about being a subscriber. I kind of like the thrill of like these kind of events where it's just like, you're kind of going out. It's like almost like going out on real Black Friday, where it's just like you got your virtual like club, and you have to beat people over the head to try and get like what you want. So, but yeah, that's definitely a smart move. I'm happy for you. Actually, no. Did you already buy it? Because I know that's not part of the subscriber thing. That's like a separate purchase. And I'm going to be rocking throughout the day, so you guys are just going to have to get used to this. Always bobbing back and forth. That's the one thing that sucks is like they don't give you everything. And then you get 50% off like the partner label stuff, but I don't know. That just kind of makes it tricky. They should give you like an additional like 10% off since you're a subscriber during the sale. Nice. Did you only get 1 copy or did you get 2? Because now you could order up, Can you add, like, if you've already bought 1, can, like, since it's 2 items per, like, order, can you add, like, 2 more and get 3? That's what I want to know. Because if so, then you are going to be smooth sailing down that money train, my guy. My audio sound all right? Can everyone hear me? I know it started muffled on yesterday's stream, so I don't know what to expect. But I'm not holding the iPad, so my hand shouldn't get in the way of like, the speakers and like the mic and stuff. We're up to 4 people watching. Hey, if you just tuned in, make sure you hit that like button, my guys, to let people know that the 6th stream is coming up. Or not coming up, it's here. We're there, my guys. I think they're supposed to announce like 2 secret titles tonight. So I don't know what they're going to be. It doesn't really matter what it is. I'm going to put it in the card anyways. But does anyone have any predictions as to what it's going to be? What's the word on the street? Anything sick? Saw something about some ninja picture maybe. But I don't know. They said something about like some old-timey 70s movie, I think. So some kind of 70s classic. I don't know how you're going to top Navy SEALs though. So It's a hard act to follow. Hold on, what happened there? Okay. My screen was getting all funky. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, no, it's definitely something to consider getting a subscription. Like I said, it's just kind of the fun of the hunt, you know? Oh, I see all your stuff. Okay, that's a smart move. No, it's definitely something to consider. It's like a what? It's like $1,000. Like that's like a drop in the bucket, I guess, if you really think about it. And like you said, if you're kind of like buying up, all these partner labels half off with the slips, getting in on it early, and like all the VSAs and all that jazz, that is kind of like easy money in the bank. How many partner labels have you picked up this year, my guy? You've been stocking up. You've been stockpiling them. I stockpiled on that Game of Pleasure one because that one sold out in like 24 hours, which, I had the inside connection. I heard it was going to happen, so I made sure to stock up. It's going to be a big night, though. I don't know if that site's even going to be able to support all the attention it gets. Nice. Keep that in the plastic. Make sure that slip cover is nice and secured. You're going to be talking major cash, I've already been, I've got like bidding going on in my YouTube comments. I've had a few people kind of bite, but they haven't fully bid yet. But that's going to be like something that's going to be like, honestly, I could probably get like $500 for here very soon. And in 3 to 5 years, who even knows what that's going to be worth? Like an insane amount. I can't even fully calculate it. But it's like times 10, like, of like 300. That's like $30,000 or something. That's a lot of money. That's more than the Waltons are paying, these slave wages for their, employees, that's for sure. You got the Shutter movie? I forgot they added Shutter. Yeah, honestly, Shutter is like a big label, They put out a lot of stuff. I think they put out like one of them Gary Romeo movies a long time ago. Maybe Vinegar Syndrome will put that out on 4K. It's like what about like some haunted theme park or something? Oh, that's a sick idea. It's a much better investment. Vinegar Syndrome's like an easy investment. Like you just look at it and you go, no one's heard of this movie. No one probably likes this movie, but like it's got nice packaging. So we're talking like $3,000 bare minimum per release in 3 to 5 years. Crypto, like, what are you gonna get like 2 cents for like the penny you put in? That's not even worth the time. It's like stock market crap. I don't even understand that. Like movies is just an easy sell. It's just like get that eBay account ready. You put a sign on your door, tell people to get knocking. I'm selling major movies for major cash. It just sells itself. I didn't have to do any work. And if you can get people to pay in cash, because a lot of older people, they love cash, then you don't even have to put on your taxes. It's just like, it's a no-brainer. Still got 4 people here. That's a lot for the start of the stream. I think yesterday I started with 0. It took a little bit for people to pop in. Again, I never know what to expect. Still a weekday stream, still Thursday. So, and I literally like just announced this out of the blue early in the morning. So, and I wasn't even going to do a stream today because I was just like, there's 5,000 people doing streams tonight. But here we are. Out on Bitcoin, homegrown horrors. Are you gonna get the home? I assume you're getting the homegrown horror set then. Well, you probably did. Is that included with the subscription like bundle, or do you have to buy that separate? You talking about VHS Hit Fest releases down there? He did. He mentioned he got that Game of Pleasure one. That's gonna be worth a lot of money. I can't always say they all will. I do have quite a few with the slip covers of those. And so far, I've been watching the value just climb on them. Oh, definitely. Oh yeah, going door to door. Old timers love it when people like knock on their door, especially like if they're in the middle of something, because then they're just like, oh, this is really important. So they just drop what they're doing, and as soon as you show them sick releases, they're just like, okay, cash in hand, here you go, 5 grand. You've got Texas Chainsaw 2 and like the slipcase and everything. Yeah, I'll give you a lot of money for that. I've had it happen. I have to tell people no sometimes because I'm just like, in a few years it's gonna be worth a lot more. So do I really like want, to like ruin my investment? But here we are. I think Vinegar Syndrome put out that From Beyond movie. I'm pretty sure I have the fancy edition of that. Yes, we're all ready for the sale. We are all ready for that sixth sale. Again, I wish I could tell you to just go on the website now, fill up the cart with limited editions, but we all have to wait till midnight. I think 12:01, and I'm sure that site's going to crash. That's probably going to be more like 1:01 by the time anyone can get in there and get their orders set. But, here we are. It's just a waiting game. We're just passing time until that big sale happens. This is like a good time for like you know, if you're not watching the stream, or even if you are, you can watch the stream and maybe like lift some weights while you're waiting. You know, chug a couple keggers. This is the time to do it. Call off work tomorrow. Tell them you're too sick. Tell them you're too busy flowing in that cash because you're not even going to need to go to work. Because again, you're going to be saving a ton of cash on some super valuable products. And I've heard they're going to have like new slip covers tonight, like exclusive ones. So that's very exciting. Um, I don't know about like some stuff that's already on sale, like will be on super sale. I don't know. It's all just coming out. We're all gonna find out together. You've been playing the long game with Vinegar Syndrome. You're a smart guy. And again, 3 to 5 years, you're gonna be able to load up. You'll probably be able to get like I was telling one guy, some guy commented on one of my videos, and he was just like, already have an in-ground pool, as if that was gonna impress people. And I'm just like, well, you have like 8 sick water slides attached to it, and now he's just realizing like, I guess I gotta get them Vinegar Syndrome releases so I can get that. Hey, how are you doing, my guy? Hello to everyone here. We've got 5. No, is that 5? It's 6 people. 6 people watching. That's a lot of people. And people are just going to keep coming in. Like I said, I said it I think when just one person was in the room. But we're going to probably do this until about 11:30, 11:45 at the latest, because I got to be focused on this investment. Yes. Yes, everyone who's here, click that like button, smash it, like it, and like it again, and like it again, and like it again. You got that Roadhouse show. Oh, you got all those in like the big, thick, juicy, delicious boxes. Do you have multiple copies though? That's the question. I don't think the porn stuff is part of the sale, actually, is it? I think they do their own sale like around Valentine's Day. That's when I stocked up. Because I'm pretty sure like they had like the Debbie Does Dallas sequels and stuff like on sale from like easy money. That's just pure profit. Old timers love old porn, that's for sure. They claim they don't make it like they used to. So yeah, the like button's gonna break on this for sure. Like the actual definition of Vinegar Syndrome or what the company is. Vinegar Syndrome is just some boutique company, and they put out like a bunch of like VHS like nonsense, but they put it in like these beautiful boxes, and usually like on discs that people probably shouldn't even put in their player, but we do anyways, and they're always worth major cash. I think that's a pretty good explanation. So you need to partake. Easy investment opportunity for that, my guy. Obviously, yeah, Roadhouse, Showgirls, that's easy investment stuff for sure. So porn is on sale. Oh my god. I might have to go knock on another relative's door just to get some more money because I have just enough for like the actual Vinegar Syndrome stuff. Oh my god. Oh, thank God you have multiple copies. You know, you need those multiple copies. Sorry, my hand got in the way. You need them multiple copies of all these beautiful boxes. You like smut? I just like money. But you know, porn is cool. It's honestly probably one of the better things they put out is porn because it's just like you know what you're getting. It's not a surprise. It's the most honest thing they sell. Absolutely. Like it's just like when you hear like Roadhouse, like you're like, what is this? What am I gonna get into? Money is good. Smut. Well, here's the thing about smut, my guy. Smut means more money. You know, because again, you know, the Waltons don't control the smut business. They've chosen to stay away from, you know, all that horny nonsense. It's just like how back in the day, like on the old timey days, like when that Zack and Myri movie came out, they had to take out the porn title. You know, they control the market when it comes to smut. And they don't want people to have it. So, and people love things that they aren't supposed to have. So, it's obviously an easy investment. Honestly, yeah, the porn movies are. Like I said, the porn movies, like, it's just like you know what you're getting into. Like when you hear Evil Laugh, you know, like, do you even know, like, what you're going to be buying? You just know there's going to be giggling. That's the only guarantee. Which, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that movie does have some chuckling going on. So it's not a lie. You know what you're getting into, but you also don't know what you get into. What was this 100 Steven? I don't know what that means. 100 Steven. Are you saying like you're buying 100 Steves or 100 copies? Because again, like I said, Vinegar Syndrome, they're a little bit prudes about this. You know, they try to minimize how many copies you can buy. 100%. Okay, yes. 100% agree for sure. Thank you, my guy. Well, I'm glad you're agreeing. We're all on the same page here. You know, everyone knows we're all here to make some key investments. There's no surprises there. Where I'm from, it was storming pretty bad last night. Did anyone else have a storm? Oh, whatever I could get a hold of cheap and then just maximize the profit. What I've learned anything, the easiest thing I've learned is that, like, you look at some of these partner labels, like, again, and we talked about it already tonight, but, you know, that VHS Hit Fest place, like, you know, I don't think they've ever put out a good movie. Like, they literally, like, probably go to yard sales, find, like, old, you know, yucky VHS tapes of stuff that people put out, and they throw it on a disc and they sell it to people. It's clearly proven that it doesn't really matter if people actually like the movie. We just need to put it in, you know, at least mediocre covers, and it's just going to sell itself. So whatever I can get for cheap, so I can maximize that wealth, my guy. You want a release of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead? I assume you're talking about the Amazon movie, right? Like that just came out. That movie, or that's coming out. I don't know if it came out or it's coming out, but that one's probably gonna be pretty good. Or are you talking about like that old timey one? Yeah, they did remake it, my guy. And you, as you know, the remake is like 90% of the time. Well, not 90, 900% of the time. It's usually better. You want the one from the 90s? Is that what you said? 90s, or was it 90s or 80s? I think they need to make a deal with Amazon. You know, that would actually be like getting stuff people want. Like, they have like that old, like, grungy, like, Roadhouse movie, but like, why don't they put out the Amazon movie? That's what people would want to see, the Amazon Roadhouse remake. I think that's what everyone wants. Which guy? Which guy is criming? Is this the same man from yesterday, like the RoboCop boy? I remember hearing about like a guy crying about RoboCop 3 yesterday, apparently. Again, I know it's the second best RoboCop movie behind the remake, but I'm assuming that's who you're referring to. You know, some people are just emotional. I don't know what to say. I mean, I've cried about these companies lying to us about things being limited and then they're not. But that's more of just an investment cry. I just see the money pour away. It's like fat coming off of a cat. Grown man cries. Yeah, well, I guess that'd be him. He does do a lot of crying. Because he was what, crying about Twister, not having a slip. To be fair, I agree with him on that. Twister should have a slip. Steelbook, I know it's going to be collectible and everything, but I need to look into it. I still didn't look into it. If that Steelbook has a slipcover, then it's water under the bridge. No complaints here. But I know like Crow, that's a studio release, and I think it still had like a slipcover. And again, that's what we're after is them 6 slips. We got 7 people. If you're in here, make sure you smash that like button, my guy. We're trying to get 1,000 likes tonight. I think it's probably going to happen. People are pretty excited about tonight. People want to see me rocking in a chair, talking about sick Vinegar Syndrome releases. So look at that. And just like that, we're down to 6. That guy did not want to see me rocking in a chair. Sometimes people just don't know what they're getting into. I don't know if they do. I think they put some stuff out because they bought like that old timey studio. What is it, like M&M or something? So I think technically some of their stuff gets released, but I don't know if their newer stuff does. That's right. I remember the Taxi Driver and the Omen business. But to be fair, them Blu-rays, they are susceptible to disc rot. 4K, I'm pretty sure is immune, so I guess that's something to be concerned about, but it's also a studio release. They don't have the same value something like a Vinegar Syndrome release does. When you get some investment tips, I've been giving investment tips all night, my guy. Where have you been? Well, first off, my first investment tip is don't buy that standard edition of Twister. That's where we're starting. But ultimately, like I said, and I'm going to reiterate, and I'll have to reiterate it about every 20 minutes. When the website opens about 12:01, you're going to try and get on there. It's not going to let you. The website will crash, just like it always does, because everyone is ready and eager to make them investments. But you need to go to, they've got limited editions in print. They're still available. Just go down the list, get 2 of each one. Everything with a slip, everything in the hard case that's available, that's 50% off, add to your cart. And definitely some of these new releases you're going to want to pick up, because tonight a lot of them are going to sell out. Navy SEALs, that's going to be sold out by the end of the night. I can give you like a Steve guarantee on that. You're supposed to be working? Well, you made a right call not working. This is too important. You're going to make way more money tonight than you would working. Yeah, I did ask if anyone has any predictions about these secret titles. You're welcome. I'm happy I could give you some investment tips. There's going to be a lot of exclusive slipcovers tonight, so even if you have the movie, like, you need to stock up. I hope you can order, at least 2 of the slipcovers, because again, that's where a lot of this money is. But Vinegar Syndrome is a master of making new slipcovers, and that's something I appreciate. I wish they'd put out more at the same time of the release, but I'll take what I can get. At least they put out more slipcovers. But I'm definitely eager to see what kind of slips they're going to have tonight for sure. What new exclusive merch. Did anyone get like, on 420, did anyone get like, like that Vinegar Syndrome grinder? I bought like 5 of those. Like the paper and stuff. That was very cool. I hope I like it when they put out like the merch. Oh, look at that. We got 5 likes. Thanks, everybody. Very happy. People been smashing that like button. Like I said, it's a big night, for physical media and people like trying to make sick investments. And you tuned in because this is a pure expert right here. I made a video in advance so that way, people wouldn't get scammed and follow these other like accounts trying to give them like recommendations of films. I was just like, no one needs that. Just tell them to get everything. I'm very excited to make money. You need me to sell? I don't know, man. That again, that grinder and that paper is going to be worth a lot of money. You slept on that one. You're a subscriber, aren't you? Like that was honestly like as soon as I heard that was out, I was just like, I don't care about these movies that are on sale, like because a lot of them didn't have the slips and stuff. I was like, but I need that paper and I need that grinder, so I ordered as many as I could. I had people order them for me too, you know. So it's just about making the smart decisions. Wow, we got 8 people in here. We got 6 likes. We did get a new like. Very sick, my guys. We're not doing too bad. Again, like I said, it's a Thursday. There are a lot of people that are, going to be snoozing. They're just like, oh, I'll just make my order when I wake up, which is a very silly move. It's honestly probably one of the biggest mistakes anyone can make. You need to chug your e-drinks and be alert and get ready to, throw out like virtual obscenities as if, you're rushing into like a physical store to people. You didn't bother with the 420 sale? Maybe they'll bring the grinder back tonight. I hope they don't because I know I'm sitting on like a pot of gold. But like, you should have been like there. You should always. Honestly, it's one of those things where it's just like, are you telling me like as an investor yourself, you're not like going on that website just periodically and like checking for like low stock and just ordering up? But I think it's possible the grinder could come back. Hopefully, like if they do the grinder, it'll just be a different type of grinder, so that way, like the true enthusiasts like myself don't feel like they were gypped, and that way I can get more grinders. Yeah, you're gonna have to come back 420 because, again, who knows what kind of trinkets they're gonna have. They need to start doing that more often. Every month they need to have like new merch. Hey there, welcome. You were probably at the library, Anna, so, I'm not surprised. Looking at, like, dusty old books and dusty old DVDs. They probably just closed. That's probably why you're here. Again, she's not watching, but Baby Blu-ray is here. She was in the stream for, like, 2 seconds. And then she got real ticked off and decided she was going to go do her own thing. Maybe I'll try and snatch her up at some point. Anna, were you watching the crying Blu-ray man? It sounds like people really like the crying man. You can go to Barnes and Noble, but you only go to the section with movies. You gotta have like a bottle of like germ spray because those books have been sitting there so long they're just festering all kinds of like old diseases. So you just like keep spraying as you're walking back, and all the people looking through the books, you spray them down because they're probably Amish and they probably aren't bathing. So that's what I do. I just rush back there as fast as I can, and I breathe like a sigh of relief when I get to the movies. Oh, he's just some YouTube man who's always upset about things, I guess. Those books are dusty. Have you ever seen anyone like buy a book? I haven't. Oh yeah, they do get crusty. You imagine like someone. They're probably like homeless people that just go in there and they're like, I need to blow my nose. I need to wipe my butt. So they just go in, open a book, just random page, start sneezing in it. Well, I don't do the disinfectant wipe because I'm not looking at the books. Anna, do you have disinfectant wipes and wear gloves like when you go to the library? I'm sure he's actually fine, but he does get emotional. The crying man does get emotional, but I don't have any personal issues with the man. Sometimes I've agreed, sometimes like it is BS that like Twister isn't getting its 4K slip, but what are we gonna do? What's this chart video? Like you watching like graphs? Like are people making graphs live and you're like checking it out? That sounds like business work. Well, at least you're prepared with the sanitizer, because again, homeless people love using like books for like that kind of stuff. I have been told he cries a lot. Oh, movie charts, like box office movie charts. I know that If movie is like a big hit. I do love Ryan. Probably gonna see that as soon as possible. I can't talk about his audience. I can't talk about the crying man's audience because I don't. I kind of just tune in. I click around stuff. I see what the regular folk are saying. The people aren't quite as expertised as me, so I do keep an eye on that kind of thing. But it's not a guarantee. That I'm gonna watch everything. So I miss a lot of the crying action. But again, I do agree the RoboCop thing was silly because RoboCop the remake was already announced. So what does he care? That Garfield movie is going to be a big hit, Anna. Are you going to be seeing that? Again, you put Chris Pratt in any animated movie, we're talking $1 billion winner. That's going to be the next Mario. You watch. I'm going to have people knocking on my door for that popcorn bucket. Like, it's already worth a ton. I think it's already going for like $250, and God, it's going to be going just up and up and up and up. People already like Garfield. Garfield is like a meme king. When you see Garfield, you're just ready to laugh. Look at that. We got 11 people in here again. If you just popped in, make sure you smash that like button, my guys. Share the stream. Do whatever you want. Yes, we did talk about Chris Pratt, man. He's going to be a big deal. The Pac-Man movie with Chris Pratt needs to happen. Live action or animated. We've seen it work both ways. Sonic is, honestly, like the Sonic movies are like 5 out of 5 masterpieces. So it works in live action. It's going to work in animated. Mario was a super cool movie. So it doesn't really matter how they pull it off. We got a lot of waving going on. We did get a new like. We're up to 8 likes, 12 people, or 13 people watching. That's a lot for a Thursday night. A lot of night, like people like to go to bed. It's a great chair. You rate films with popcorn buckets? Is that kind of like that Greg guy and that Tim fella? Jim Carrey was like not relevant before the Sonic movies. Let's just be honest. Like, that was a character actor who, he was in a lot of old garbage that people didn't really care about, and he finally was able to like mold himself into a role that people actually wanted to see. Now that Tim especially, that Tim guy, he gives really good advice. Definitely a businessman I would look up to for sure. Greg Turbin. I will say that was his one defining role. He'd been riding that role for like the last 30 years. Obviously that's a classic. No one cares about the old-timey animated thing. It's not even animated in CG, But like when people think of the Grinch, they think the Jim Carrey movie and they think the Immortal Illumination classic. Those are what they're talking about. Oh, that would be sick. Miss Pac-Man played by Sydney Sweeney. Honestly, that'd be a power couple, Chris Pratt and Sydney Sweeney. Put that in the hashtag, you know? You're not a Grinch fan, Anna? I think The Grinch is honestly like, that's like a holiday classic, you know? You tell me you don't watch that on loop every Christmas? Free real estate. Hold on, what's going on? Hey, not much. How are you doing, Mr. Shirtman? Wrestling the Grinch would not be a nightmare. That'd be a pleasure. I don't know what you're talking about. He's green and hairy. He's just like a cat. I'm sure there's probably like some sick Grinch porn out there. I did see Immaculate. It's okay. It's no Night Swim. I'm just gonna tell you that. It's no Night Swim. It's no Tarot. You know, like those are horror movies that are really good. Have you guys seen The New Strangers? That was also very sick. Baby Grinch or adult Grinch? Like for Jim, he played. I'm pretty sure he played like the adult one, but he probably did like that de-aging thing for like the Baby Grinch. The Grinch was biting you. No, no one remembers Ace Ventura. No one remembers that nonsense. That's like very ancient. It's even like when people talk about like he did like some like movie called like Mask or something. I think like he did it with like some singer like named Sherry or something. That movie's not very good, but the sequel, Son of Mask, is actually pretty good. If you haven't seen that, I'd recommend that. Sorry, the screen keeps shaking because I have to pull the comments back up because they fade away after like 2 seconds. Do you think they're actually going to make an Ace Ventura like 3? I don't think they will. I think, you know, maybe that's the secret title because that movie's from like what, the 70s, like, right? Like those Ace Ventura movies. Maybe those are going to pop up on like this Ace Ventura thing, you know, or the Vinegar Syndrome thing. I mean, that could be the secret title. It's a record. Oh, 90s comedies, you know, you need to stay away from. We were at 14 people and now we're back to 13. You know, he didn't. He's going to be doing Sonic 3. He's going to be doing Sonic movies the rest of his life because those are really good. Oh, that's right. Well, that was like the good one though. Like Ace Ventura 3, right? That's one like about like the kid where they took Jim out because like they realized that Jim Carrey like wasn't that good, so they replaced him with like a little boy. That was a very good movie. I remember watching that on Cartoon Network all the time as a kid. I have no idea. I didn't keep up with, you know, Mr. Carrey's like personal life. I just know he did an Oscar-winning performance with The Grinch, and like he had a beyond sick performance in the Sonic movies. That's all I can tell you. Comedy should be on 4K because that's a collector's format. Why not put everything on 4K with a slip? That's what I say. They do hit different, you know. It's just like I think sometimes people don't see the joke until it's in 4K. The Truman Show, that movie, that's a pretentious movie, Anna. That sounds like something a library like Wanderer would watch. That's one I didn't get. I could not believe that for 1 second. That's also ancient too. You're watching like a lot of ancient old timey movies. You bought something on Whatnot. I still have to go on Whatnot. I need to see if there's any sick deals on there. Has anyone else bought anything on Whatnot? Is that a place people like to shop? Is that like the new Bay of the E? Honestly, like, it seems like the kind of movie Criterion would put out is The Truman Show. You're absolutely right. I don't disagree. Like, it's just like it has all the staples of like a movie like people barely care about, but they pretend is like important. It's overpriced. Well, I don't want to pay more than it's worth. You know, I'm looking to make an investment. I know, like, if I buy the right thing, even if it's overpriced now, it'll be worth more money in the future. But if I can buy it less somewhere else, I'm going to. That's why, you know, that's why I wait for these sales to stock up. We've been live for 45 minutes. I got to keep an eye on the clock because, like I said, this stream cannot go past 11:45, more than likely. Maybe 11:50 if people are real rowdy. Because I need to be all business for midnight. I'm not going to be able to pay attention to the comments. I'm not going to be able to deal with all that. You know, I've got a lot of movies I got to add in my cart really quick. And I got to go in the going out of stock section too to see like what I can snag before it's gone. Thank you for letting me know, my guy. I've heard of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, another pretentious movie. Came out at a time when movies were getting good, you know, in the 2000s. That's really like when it kind of turns, but I don't know. I can't really recommend that one either. Do you have frenemies there, Sam? Who is your rival, Sam? I've been saying it 3 to 5 years, my guys. That's how long you wait. 3 years at the bare minimum. No, you don't need to be working, my guy. Forget work. You're going to be making more money during the sale. No. And again, it does not matter what the movies are. Again, I already told you. If it's a limited edition, still has a slipcover, it's in that hard case, add to the cart, you're set. You just need to make sure you check out as fast as possible. Add 2 copies of each one, however many it lets you. Some of them it says like 1 per customer, which, again, I have a problem with that 1 per customer nonsense. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. But there's going to be like new slips tonight, you know, probably some new box sets, all kinds of nice trinkets coming out. So, you know, get knocking on your relative's door and trying to get as much cash as you can. I don't know who Philly Banana is, my guy. Can you tell us who Philly Banana is? You're excited for Blade 2. Blade 2 is like it's fine, I guess. But like I think what people are really excited for is Blade 3. That's the one. Or even the Blade TV show in 4K. That's what people want in 4K. And it could be a secret title. You never know. Never say never. Oh, listen, you need to brag about what you're picking up the second you do. Just like show a picture of your order screen. Like that's what people do. That's what everyone wants to do. Oh, thank God they approved your loan. Yeah, you're gonna need a loan for tonight. I don't know who Philly Banana is, so I can't tell you anything about this banana man. I do like bananas. They're a pretty good nutritional value fruit, but that's about all I can say. Oh, Titanic. Did I watch Titanic or whatever it's called? That movie about like a boat. I did watch it. You know, I don't know. Like that movie. I was just like falling asleep, and by the time it starts getting good, it's just like it's basically over. Are you a fan of the boat picture, Anna? Like, or any of these other like James Cameron movies? People love James Cameron. You know, he has nothing on like a lot of the modern great directors though. You know, it's just like the guy who directed the Spider-Man trilogy that came out through Marvel. Like, he knows how to do action. I don't know if James Cameron actually knows how to make an action movie. You know, he really should learn some cues from like Kevin Feige. Oh, it's gonna be several grand, my guy. That's how much I'm dropping tonight. I'm not playing small ball. I'm playing big ball here. You know, this is investment time. This is where I make my money. You think that man's a nut? He is a nut thinking he's making good movies. I mean, the best movies he's done is, I guess, like what? Like, the newest Avatar movies are like, there's something, but like they're too long. I can't really get into them. Oh, you're a big Jungle Cruise guy? Well, Dwayne The Rock Johnson isn't honest, he's an American treasure, He knows how to be a real American. Have you heard, like, he pees in bottles? Like, who doesn't pee in bottles? I know people that have been peeing in bottles for years. Who was crying about this Jaws 4K? Was it the same man who was crying about the other stuff, or is this a different guy? I mean, that's worth crying about if you have a ripped slipcover, because it's just like, instantly I'm just like, I get the trash can, got to put the whole thing in there, disc and all. There's not any value to having it if it's like ruined. And we've got, looks like about 15 or 16 people in here. If you just got here, make sure you smash that like button, my guy. You need to let YouTube, this is the kind of content you want to see. You only pee in bottles sitting down. I say pee in bottles sitting down, standing up, walking up walls. It doesn't matter what you're doing, but if you're peeing in a bottle, you're just a real person. That's like the most thing where it's just like, wow, The Rock is just like you and me. That's all I thought. Yeah, I don't know who's crying about the slip. I'm waiting. So a man is crying about a slip on Reddit? It is a new record. I don't know the crying man's name. I'm waiting to hear the comments. I know who they're talking about, but he is an emotional man. See, I can't comment on the audience. Like, are they in agreement? Are they also emotional? Again, some people just, they need to keep it real like me. Just give expert opinions. I'm just telling people what to buy based on financial wealth. That's fair. We don't need to, that's the thing I will say, Sam. We don't need to drag the dead in the ground, because again, once you're dead, like, you can't make money when you're dead anyways. It just goes to other people. And what's the point of that? There's a lot of crying men out there, a lot of people, again, and I get some of it, when it comes to slipcover business, that's kind of worth crying about. The only argument I'd make is that it's just like these studio releases are already kind of like lower tier value anyways. Like, it's not like a Vinegar Syndrome thing, so I haven't watched this bridge movie. Is it about bridges, this movie you're talking about, Anna? Is it a bridge picture? Is that something you rent at the library? People like the crying guy, though, I guess. He's a crier. Look at that. We still got 16 people. We got 9 likes now. Let's turn that into the double digits, my guys. Let's turn that to 10. So if you haven't liked, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Now's the time to do it. So, like, wait, so a guy was crying about the quality of, like, the movie? Again, who's actually watching the discs? If you pop it in your player and you watch it, it's just gonna get scratched. And it could lead to, like, more rot. Like, everyone knows that. You just keep it in the box. Keep it in the plastic if you can. Now that's ludicrous. Who cares about how it looks? And to be fair, 4K is probably the only format, that can fight the rot, but I know it's pretty sensitive. It's a sensitive disc, so you don't want to scratch it up. It's even more of like a great love story than the boat movie. I don't know about that. Is that like that thing about like the chess player? Is age appropriate for everyone? Well, I'll have to take your word for it. I have no idea. Are you a From Beyond fan, my guy? I'm hoping they announce a remake of that soon. You do devalue it the moment you open it. That's a fact. Oh, look at that. We got 10 likes. Thank you. We are in the double digit town here, my guys. Hey there. What's up, Mr. Cortez? Wait, this 4K, like, so this Congo release has, like, added content, so, like, it just makes the movie longer? I've heard Congo is a pretty good movie, though, so I guess it's, you know, it's something people care about. That's, like, what? Like, considered a classic? It does start in an hour. You haven't gotten anything done? What do you need to get done? Oh, you need to work. Well, yeah, you should organize your sleep. You should have done that earlier. I do that like every day for like 6 hours. You always need to be on top of your slip game, my guy. You were late to this Beyond thing. Yeah, I got this thing. I might do a video on it at some point. Like I kind of went into like an abandoned video store, just smashed the window, just grabbed a bunch of stuff, and I got that. We got like this Nightmare on Elm Street 2 thing. Um, that's where this, you can't see it because of the light, but there's a Billy Crystal, like, he's like a singer, like that's back there. Yeah, I got like a whole, like, I got a whole, like, ton of posters of just like absolute just garbage. Some of them are hanging up. You don't organize your slip for 6 hours? That's about how long it takes. Yeah, a day. Isn't that what you do? That's how you're supposed to do it. You had to, wait, who were you wrestling? Bill Crystal? Yeah, that would. Well, you know, he's got strong vocal cords, but then again, you know, how good are his legs? And he's also ancient. Like, this is from, like, what? I think that standee's from, like, the 70s, so, like, he's probably ancient. He's probably, like, in a chair by now. What's the first King Kong versus Godzilla? Are you talking about like that ancient one from like the 40s? Or are you talking about like the one that came out like a few years ago that's pretty good? You always have a problem with like people biting you, it seems like, Sam. My biggest grail? If I told you, you'd probably come and try and take it. Everyone would just come and get my stuff. I gotta keep it on the down low. You've seen some of my sick stuff. I've got like tons of valuable nonsense here. If I tell everyone I have, they're just like, they're gonna try and like hustle my cat and like pay off my cat to come and get my sick releases. I know that Mario set's worth like 8 grand. It would have been worth 16 grand if, you know, Umbrella wasn't rude and re-released it, but you know, here we are. Your DVD slips, Anna, they just need to go in the trash. If you've got a Blu-ray slip, that's something worth talking about. But a DVD slip, they're too big, they're too awkward. People know they're for DVDs, they don't want them. Oh, I've already told. I think Navy SEALs is going to sell out. That's what I think is going to sell out first during the sale. So if you haven't got Navy SEALs, you need to get on it. I don't have a gun, but again, I have a cat, so I don't really need a gun. Like, have you seen what cats do? Like when they're afraid for their owners' lives, they'll just eat you. They're a wild animal still at the end of the day. I'm surprised people let them like have them as pets. They're honestly dangerous. I'm glad you're having a good time there, Eli, but I'm just giving out sick, real, honest information. There's nothing funny about this. I keep bumping. I'm sorry it keeps wiggling. It's going to keep wiggling like that. Because it's not It's like positioned in a weird way. It's also got a weird slant, I'm realizing, but see if I can fix that. Not really. We're just stuck like this. We just have to deal with it. There are worse things in this life. You've been flipping your reversible artwork for the last 8 hours. Well, it's not a bad idea because again, like it at least adds some variety. Like whenever, because honestly, like I've done that because then like when you have like strangers come over and you're like trying to impress them, like it's just like they have like something else to look at, so it like adds to the conversation. So if it's a movie I haven't watched, it's in my collection, like I can just be like, yeah, I've got this, and then like they see the alternate artwork and they go, oh wow, that's really cool, Steve. I go, yeah, it is. Your artwork is in reversible. Oh my god. Your dog ate a slipcover? Is that why the dog isn't around anymore? Were you just like so upset that you like saw all that cash flow just leave from your life that you took him out of this world? I mean, oh, Umbrella. I see someone said Umbrella and Scream Factory. Yeah. Umbrella and Scream Factory can't be trusted. You're absolutely right. Without a doubt. If you include what I have in the vault, Eli, I probably got about, you know, probably about 100,000 things in total, but the vault is not here. I keep a lot of doubles of collectibles and stuff sealed that like I don't think it's going to get quite as much clout on the shelf. I just try to keep it sealed away. It's more about the investment for me though. In about 3 to 5 years, that number is probably going to be like zero, or it's just going to be like my sick like Platinum Dunes collection or something like that. Good night, Sam. Have a good time washing your potato. I think that's what he says, doing, washing a potato. What toe? What about my toe? Steve, you could dip your toe into the Dabbyverse. What is the Dabbyverse? Are we talking about dabbing? Because obviously dabbing was like cool. I don't know about that, guys. You have to fill me in on what that is. That's the Dabbyverse? It's a talking potato? See, I'm like too busy like lifting weights and drinking beer sometimes to keep up with these kind of things, my guys. I'm usually busy like organizing my sick slip collection. Well, at least you had to sell the slip to try and save your dog, so that's all right. I've heard of this Howard Stern and all his buddies. Is this part of his thing? That's like that's like a that's like an old timey radio show, right? Like, is that even still around? People don't really listen to the radio anymore. I haven't listened to the radio in probably like 10 years. The phone. You know, I'm more of like an in the wild pop collector. I don't like do a lot of online ordering, so I did not. That's how I pop collect. But I will get that if I see it in the wild for sure. It sounds like something Target will have. Target loves having like big piles of unorganized collector figures for me to look through. So oh, I see. He thinks he's famous, but he like did stuff like in the old timey days. No one remembers that stuff. Am I getting the China O'Brien Blu-ray? Of course, I'm going to be picking that up. I'm going to be picking up that set. I'm picking up all the limited editions I can get tonight. I know that one's not 50% off, but I think once Navy SEAL sells out, people are going to be looking for the next best thing, and that's probably what they're going to go for. So I will probably be picking that up. I think you can mark your watch on that one. We're down to 12 people. We lost about 4 people. People are probably moving to less expertised uh, live chats at this point. What's this? Is there a slipcover you missed out on that you wish you had? Oh, there's tons. There's tons of stuff on Vinegar Syndrome where it's just like I've sent them emails and like I said, hey, make sure you have this on hand for me. And they don't live up to that in bargains. There's a lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff that I wish I had that I don't. I made a whole like review about the Rad Steelbook because I thought that was a Vinegar Syndrome alternative, and it's not. So the Rad 4K with the slipcover is definitely one of the silliest things I've ever missed out on. You know, I'd be what I think that goes for like already $800 as is. So I made a huge mistake on that. I definitely recommend you do some exercising before the sale because you're going to need to be big and strong to break through all this internet nonsense. They should treat me as a VIP. I mean, like, would people even know what Vinegar Syndrome was if I wasn't talking about it right now? Probably not. People wouldn't know there's a sale. They see like a big deal like me talking about it, like, oh crap, there's a sale going on. I need to be ready. You know, and I will give them credit with Rad. You know, at least they stuck to their guns and kept it limited, so there is that. I mean, it's foolish I missed out on it. They should have saved it for me. They didn't tell me it was happening, but like, here I am. Instead, now I've got to like eventually try and hustle and get it for someone for like $3,000, but only because I know it's going to be worth like $80,000 in 3 to 5 years. So one of these days I'll get a hold of it. I'm just going to have to. I don't know. I mean, Baby Blu-ray's kind of a big star. Maybe if I like keep collecting like her poop and put it in bags, people will like offer me big bucks for those. I can't access the column. There we go. Sam, I thought you were leaving. You're still here. There is a lot of division though in the slipcover community, and I think I'm probably the one who's going to bring everyone together because I want everyone to be brought together, realizing that DVDs are no good. I missed the reference comment. It'll pop up. There we go. You came back. Well, welcome back. I gotta get my reference code. So, what does the referral code do? I've never had a referral code, but I have an account, so I don't know if I would even be eligible. I think of what's your first time purchase or something. I don't know if you're gonna have anyone who hasn't bought from them at this point. There might be some newbies in the crowd that haven't. Time-wise, it's 11:09, so we've got at least 21 minutes at least. And like I said, I might do this to 11:45, 11:50, but then I gotta cut this. Well, that's a good point, my guy. Getting your yearly subscription for free would be very sick. Oh, why did he say something about DVDs being trash or not trash? Did he say something about me on there? I don't even know if they're streaming right now. Yeah, half a year isn't too bad. I see, yeah, via subscription, yeah. I mean, again, I just want to inform this Rad fella, you know, about what's going on with DVDs. I'm just trying to inform the people. I think he'll eventually be on the same page. I just want to have that great DVD debate with him. People just need to contact him and say, hey, when are you going to challenge Steve, the master of anti-DVD, to the debate. It's going to happen sooner or later, that's for sure. He's going to feel the pressure. But I know his comments on my stuff. I think he's a subscriber, so I don't know how much he watches. I don't know how much information he takes in. That's right, Stan. Again, he may not have a problem. I don't know what he said. I'm just speaking the truth. I mean, disc rot, again, like that's the final nail in the coffin, I think, for DVD. I mean, why do you think Vinegar Syndrome tried to pawn off all their DVDs like 6 months ago? They were just basically giving them away because they knew, like, if we don't get rid of them now, it's going to cost us more in the future. Skull? Are you talking about like Copenhagen? Your favorite movie? My favorite movie ever? Oh, so I was thinking about this earlier actually. It's a hard one to think exactly. A lot of my favorites are going to be either like Rob Zombie's Halloween. I love that movie. I'm a big fan of the Dawn of the Dead remake. I don't know if you've seen the House of Wax remake from the 2000s, but that's one of my top tier ones. I love all the movies like that studio did, like Ghost Ship, House on Hill remake. It's okay, but 13 Ghosts. I see Skull again. You're talking about the Copenhagen. Oh, that's what you. Okay, are you chugging a Coors Light? But honestly, most of the Platinum Dunes remakes are pretty sick. That Netflix Texas Chainsaw movie, I don't know if you saw that. That's really good. It's not quite as good as like the Platinum Dunes Texas Chainsaw, but you know, there's a lot of good movies out there for sure. You know, any beer to chug is good. Absolutely. Chugging beer 24/7. I don't care the brand. You hand me the beer, I'll just drink it. Does anyone have an alternative strategy for the sale tonight? Anyone actually just targeting specific movies? That's fair. I like to throw them. Absolutely right. Eli, you didn't answer my question though. Is Born to Be Rad set talking about me on like a stream? I know he's mentioned me like when I pop up, like I occasionally pop in trying to hear like what the word on the street is, but you know, I don't know what the consensus is. I don't know like what the alternate people of the community are saying about me. Now I'm just curious. He did not pop in tonight. Sometimes he's popped into these streams. He's not gonna pop in tonight. He's probably doing his own stream though. Yeah, I was gonna say I know they're doing a group thing. I might pop in there myself just to comment. I want to hear the alternative takes of what's going on. They're just going to give you recommendations of specific titles, which is honestly like an insane thing to do. I told you the perfect strategy, you know. No, the Crying Man's alive. You're thinking of a different Crying Man. So wait, he said he didn't like DVDs, or he didn't like that I was trashing DVDs? I'm gonna have to look into that. And that's the truth, you know. How long ago was this stream? Well, I don't know what to tell him. I'm just speaking the honest words. I'm just trying to show him the light. I mean, how many people out there really like DVD? I don't know too many that do. Look at that. We got 12 people. If you're new to the stream, make sure you're smashing that like button, my guy. But I'm definitely gonna pop in their stream and make a comment, I guess. Exactly. That's a good strategy, my guy. That's the kind of stuff you need to be doing. Don't just get random stuff. Just make sure they have at least a slipcover. Any deluxe box stuff still in stock. That's all easy wins. Is there a subreddit called Slipcover Circle Jerk? If anything, like they need to contact me and make them the ringleader because I am the ultimate Steve slipcover man. I was the first picture. That's sick. Well, at least people are finally figuring out things. People are starting to wake up about this slipcover business. Born to be Rad does definitely pump weights. I've heard that he's a weightlifting man. That's for sure. That's sick. They need to post my channel more. Nice. Yeah, let him know. You gotta let Born to be Rad know the truth. That's absolutely sure. What are you eating here? Sorry, I keep bumping the thing. I wouldn't be taking pills, my guy. What you need to be doing is just sucking down the e-drinks. As soon as you start feeling slightly tired, just drink more. Because it's going to be a long night. And again, especially if you're doing it the right way and you're going to make multiple accounts and sending stuff to multiple addresses, just so you can get maximum potential product, you're going to be up late tonight. Nice. Yeah, we've been on for 77 minutes. That's like an hour and 17 minutes, my guys. Let me see what time it is. Well, you could, I will tell you, your heart may explode if you do that. That's a fact. So, there's a slipcover Steve guarantee. You don't want to die, because then you can't accumulate wealth if you're dead. It just goes to someone else, and that sucks. It's 11:19. We'll go for about 11 more minutes. I see 11:20. Thank you for the update, my guy. Yeah, we'll go for about 10 more minutes. I think we'll probably peace out. That way I can kind of see what the normies are saying, see what the people with less expertise are saying. Because I know there's a big mega stream about ready to go on. I don't know why they didn't invite me. They should have known to call an expert. What? They don't want me giving out information because they want to accumulate the wealth themselves. That's probably why they do what they do. They want to deviate your attention from actually making the right financial moves. That's honestly the truth. Look at that. We got 10 people, 10 likes. When am I going to call it quits? I don't know. I'm always thinking about, I've said what I've had to say. I've given out great advice. It seems like a time to, walk away, but then I just keep seeing all these people in my comments and they just don't know what's going on. So I'm my work isn't done. I got to keep going. So for now, we'll say next week could be it. You never know. Could be a week, could be a month, could be 3 months, could be 3 to 5 years. I just don't know. But people are checking out the content, and that's a good thing. I think a lot of these these DVD dorks, however, they look at me like I'm just the worst enemy. I'm just trying to show them the light. It's just that simple. But I have a video coming out probably in a few days about this whole DVD business. Probably like the last thing I really need to say about it, other than that the format's just not good. Oh, that guy didn't know he had massive wealth with that demon slipcover, Night of the Demons? That's silly. Well, did you at least let him know that he's got like a sick investment? That is a Rocco's Modern Life shirt, my guy. This is vintage. Probably worth like major cash. I've never even seen the cartoon. Wait, this is like a Disney Channel show or something? It is very cool. I'm in agreement there. We're down to 9. People are probably, like I said, I know that one stream's getting ready to get ramped up. Nickelodeon. I love SpongeBob. That's for sure. SpongeBob's a very good show. The house that SpongeBob built, Or the house that's, yeah, that is what it is. Nice. Best of luck to you, my guy. Hopefully you get everything that your heart desires and more. That's for sure. Yeah, we're getting ready to kind of wrap it up here. We got about 7 minutes. So I'm going to try and do another live stream on possibly Saturday. I don't like to guarantee anything because I never know what's going to happen. I do have a social life. Steve, is there an email you can email me at? If not, will you set one up? I hate email. People use email. I'll set one up eventually. I have, for anyone here, I have an Instagram, and I have a Facebook. You just type in Slipcover Steve. It's the same picture. That's the YouTube profile picture with Sasquatch and the 2 ladies. You can find me that way. They're not gonna let you in. Yeah, they've got that website locked tight, my guy. Yes, find me on the gram. I'm not gonna tell you I post exciting stuff. Honestly, I'm not super active on them. I kind of just occasionally post a link to a video I've released. But I'm gonna try and put out some more unique promotional content, I guess. Probably more pictures of the cat. So if you want to see pictures of the cat, maybe some sick releases, that might be a way to go. But I'm planning on trying to be more active on there. Because that was scary. Wow. That was terrifying. That's what you get for just having a janky setup though, I guess, right? It's barely on here. Did anyone die out there? Did anyone have a heart attack? It was frightening. I was scared. Probably a damn ghost. That's going to be a highlight. That's probably the highlight of the stream. Well, it was just a sign. Like I said, it's almost time to wrap it up. I'm going to be on for about 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. Like I said, there's the Instagram. Probably the one to go. Instagram, Facebook, it's mostly the same content. I don't know if it's really going to be anything different. I have them linked. So when I post one thing there, it's the other. With Facebook, I guess the only addition is you'll probably also see like videos posted, but if you're already subscribed, it doesn't really matter. You know, you should already have that. And if you are subscribed, hit that notification bell. You know, make sure you're liking and commenting on all the videos. It's very helpful. That way we can kind of get in the algorithm, so that way people like, you know, this Born to Be Rad and like whoever this crying guy is, that way they're forced to deal with us. You know, they're forced to witness what I'm doing, the reign of terror I'm bringing on their DVD lifestyle. But again, I don't have any problem. But again, I don't have any problems with anybody. They can do whatever they want. I just think it's bad financial moves. My face is always red. It's from all that working out I do. It's also the lighting. The lighting isn't helping. I don't have a great setup for that. I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Maybe a mic at some point. But like, I'm too busy making key investments. You know, it's just like I'm investing on products that are gonna make me money. Like, how much money do you make off of YouTube? You know, like what, like 30 grand? Like, that's small change. You know, I'm looking like that's like a year. I'm looking at like 30 grand off of like a single movie. That's like a much bigger prospect for me. We're down to 8 people. It is 11:28, so we're almost there. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks to you guys for checking it out. Invest in cats. Well, cats are a friend investment. They're not really a financial burden. But you know, again, if people want to buy Baby Blu-ray's poop and have it, you know, maybe we'll get an Etsy store for poop or something. I think that's something we could probably do. But thank you. I wish you all luck on the Vinegar Syndrome hunt. Happy hunting to everybody. Like I said, I might do a stream on Saturday. Probably gonna have some kind of video out tomorrow. I haven't done like an individual video in a couple days because I've been streaming. I'm kind of trying to get the things set up on that end. But yeah, like I said, if you haven't liked this already, make sure you like it. If you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification. And then, you know, I'll see you guys later. Hopefully I'll see you Saturday in another live stream. So, peace out, guys.